This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, everyone. All my pet parents, four-legged, two-legged friends out there listening. This is Michelle Byrne, your host on Best Bets for Pets. Well, earlier this year, I was at one of the largest pet industry trade shows, Global Pet Expo, and I met two wonderful women there, and I'm so excited to have them on the show today. I'm going to introduce you to them as soon as we get back. We'll be back after this message.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynovite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynovite.
Dynovite is nutrition.
Pick up 2 bottles of Lico Chops, get the 3rd bottle free.
New improved Lico Chops with omega-3, omega-6, vitamin E.
And now, 6 extra direct-fed microbials.
Even better for the digestive tract and immune system.
Try Lico Chops. Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dynovite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to Lorraine, and her fur kid is Ralph, the mini Cockapoo, and Lauren, whose fur kid is Nelson, the pup. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us, Michelle. Excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you guys on. So let's tell everyone a little bit about you. Lorraine, you want to go first and give a little bit of background, about yourself and your adorable fur kid, Ralph?
Sure. So hello, everyone. Again, my name is Lorraine, and I am the founder of Perfect Dogs blog, and I am the proud dog mom of Ralph, the mini Cockapoo on Instagram. And we're excited to talk about the best bets for pets that we saw at the Global Pet Expo this year. Ralph is a 2-year-old miniature Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix, and he just has the sweetest disposition. He loves snuggles, group hugs, doing agility training, and playing with his puzzle toys. And he really is the inspiration behind the blog and our social media presence. So,
okay, that's great. And Lauren, tell us a little bit about Nelson, the very vocal pup that you have, the very vocal fur kid.
Yes, he is. So he definitely has some Chihuahua in him. We rescued him. We actually found him on Pet Finder, and we just fell in love with him, and we adopted him at 3 months old. They told us that he was Papillon and Pekingese, and then we ended up doing a DNA test, and they told us that he was Chihuahua and Shih Tzu, and he definitely has a lot of Chihuahua personality in him. And we live in New York City, and he's a city pup, and it's just an amazing community here in New York City to be a pet parent, and we're just really happy to be a part of it. And I think, like many people, we started off just when I first adopted him, I started posting pictures on my own personal Instagram, and then I didn't want to inundate my friends and family, so I started his own account. And then a year and a half later, it grew to 27,000 followers. So it's kind of crazy. It's also a lot of fun. And we were able to, because of our Instagram presence, attend Global Pet Expo this year, and we both came. And I am also a contributor to Perfect Dogs blog with Loremi, and we were able to attend the Pet Expo together, and it was just a blast. The 4 of us, Ralph, myself, Loremi, and Nelson. So it was a lot of fun.
It was an amazing time. And I was going to say, one thing that I love about social media is that it's connected us with other enthusiastic and passionate pet parents. And that's how Lauren and I became friends. And we love that we've gotten opportunities to meet up and have puppy play dates in person. And actually, Ralph and Nelson are total buddies, and they play and get along together so well. So that's so great to see their friendship.
Yeah.
Well, they're both adorable, and I want everyone to, we have information that is, everyone that's listening knows we have on our episode page on Pet Life Radio for this show, we'll have the Instagram so people can see what Ralph and Nelson look like. But can you both, Lauren, if you want to go first, just give your Instagram names so that people, if they are just not into going to the website, they can look and see these adorable guys?
Yes, please. It is Nelson.the.pup. Nelson the pup. You can't miss him. It's a picture of a black-faced dog with tan, big, huge, furry ears.
Okay. And Laura Amy, your Instagram is?
So on Instagram, you can find Ralph under the handle of @Ralph, RALPH, the mini, MINI, Cockapoo, so COCKAPOO, Ralph the Mini Cockapoo. And you'll see this buff, cute little guy jumping through an agility hoop. That's his current profile picture right now.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about this show. This year was, I think, bigger than ever. It keeps growing and growing and growing. And there are so many amazing products. So, Laura Amy, tell us one of the products that just jumped out at you, that just made you go, wow, this is amazing. I have to share this with pet parents all over.
Yeah, so for me, it was number one, this was my first time attending the Global Pet Expo. I was actually blown away by the number of brands and just the breadth of the pet industry. It was so impressive. But one product that really, really stood out to me was called the My Pet Pail. And it's like the ultimate lunchbox for your pet. And it actually won Best in Show at the Expo this year. And I got the opportunity to meet the two founders, and I was just so impressed with their product. But it's this really, really just adorable organizer, and it has 2 built-in bowls included with removable bowls. It has another section with 20-ounce containers that you can store water or food or any other treats or your dog's necessities. So it's like the ultimate travel organizer for when you're on the go with your pet. I was so impressed about just all of the attention to detail that they put into this food carrier, and it can accommodate canned food. I know Lauren feeds Nelson raw, so you can include ice packs. It has a utensil that's included so that you can scoop out all of your dog's food, whether you do wet food or dry food. It just makes traveling with your pet's essentials easy and without there being a big mess. And like I said, I was just really, really impressed with all of the attention to detail. The handle doubles as a collar, and there's another longer strap that you can utilize as an extra leash in a pinch, if you're traveling and you need a collar or a leash handy. So I think that that's a great resource to have when you're away from home.
I actually had them on Best Bets for Pets a little while ago. And yeah, they're very cool. And it's so user-friendly because one product covers everything. You have for traveling, for the day, for a road trip. It has, like you described, Laura Amy, it has everything. Great product.
Super handy. And actually, there's also an extra little dispenser at the back that you can hold extra waste bags in. So I feel like they really thought of everything. And you can take the whole unit apart as well. And it's dishwasher safe. And they have a lifetime warranty on their product as well. And they had so many really, really cute colors.
Oh, I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, and by the way, they have come in really cool colors, So if you're, you guys have boy dogs. So do I. So, but I think the pail they sent me, the pet pail they sent me was green. That's kind of boy color, the neon green and teal one, which is one of my favorite combos. I don't know how they knew, but
yeah.
It's great. And I'm so happy they won Best New Product, right?
Best in Show, they won. That was so, so cool to see that. They were definitely on the wing of new products. So the new product area, that was really cool to see all of those just brand new brands coming out or businesses coming out. But I was excited for them for their Best in Show award. I thought that was great.
Yeah, they totally deserve that. Lauren, what was one of the best products that you found? Like, it's so hard to name like your top one, but if there was one you can say, this is the one I loved that was amazing, what would it be?
Sure. So, yeah, I mean, there were so many products there that just blew me away, but there was one that was the most useful at the show. So I brought my dog and we were walking around, and these expos tend to be a little, overwhelming and overstimulating for dogs. And
totally.
Yeah. And my dog gets, he gets in moods. I think all dogs do. But at one point in particular, he started barking. Something overstimulated him. He started barking, and I'm like trying to settle him down, trying to reset him. And then someone comes right behind me, and it was the founder of Mary's Whole Pet CBD. And she starts handing me all of these sample products. She's like, here, try this. This is a great product. And she handed me one that she said would work within 15 minutes. And I thought it was so cool. I've been giving Nelson CBD oil now for the past month. So I've been experimenting with it, but this was a totally different product. It's a gel. So it's a topical gel that you apply inside their ears. So you find where their veins are and you just apply the gel. I just did a little drop, and within 15 minutes, he was totally chill. It was just a great product, I think, in that setting. And it was great for him. It helped him to cope with the overstimulation. And he was just...
Did you use it at all on your plane trip home, Lauren, too?
I didn't, no. But I did use it at the dog cafe because she gave me like 3 different samples. And we just went to a dog birthday party because those are very big here in New York City. And we went to Boris and Horton. And again, Nelson just gets overstimulated these things. It's a small room and it has like 40 humans and 30 dogs. And I think it's just overstimulating for humans too. And he just started barking at this golden retriever. So I put it on the inside of his ears. And again, within 15 minutes, he was just chill, And
awesome.
I just thought it was such a cool product because CBD oil that he consumes, it's more of a slow game, trying to figure out the dosage. And, there's trial and error for about 2 weeks and trying to figure it out. And I didn't want to travel with it and take it with me. So I thought this gel pen was a great alternative. And it's more on the spot instead of, dosage throughout the day. So, yeah, I was really impressed by it. It was really cool. I've never heard of anything like it.
I think that's a great idea. And I'm wondering if, because there was so much CBD at the show. There was more than I've ever seen. And for everybody listening, no, it will not get your dogs high. There's no, what did they call it? Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. It's just, it has a calming effect. And
it's great for dogs with anxiety. And
anxiety and everything. I'm wondering if it's good for cats because there's one of the companies gave me some treats, but she doesn't like the treat. So,
yeah, I had that with Nelson too. He didn't. I tried a treat too, and one of the treats that we were using had I feed Nelson raw, and it had a lot of different ingredients that I don't feed him. So I thought the oil directly would be great. Except this gel is kind of. It's again, like I said, it's more on the spot treatment when you're in the moment and they're acting out to kind of let them calm down. Instead of, the everyday, twice a day dosage of morning and night of the oil that they consume and eat. So,
well, it's definitely a huge trend, though. The CBD is. This
cat always is neurotic, so I don't know with her, but maybe she just needs. Maybe I just need to get that for her ears and try for a daily basis or something, or try more in her food or something. Because
it works great for Nelson. I really do love it. It just helps him cope. I think he's a puppy. He's a year and a half. He's going to be 2. He's still figuring out the world, and he gets, we live in the city too. So it just becomes life becomes overstimulating, especially for small dogs. So it's definitely helped him out.
And sometimes he just sees somebody and he just likes to bark. That's how he met.
It's his way of showing love. So
yeah.
feel very loud.
Okay, for everyone listening, this is kind of funny. How I met Lauren and Lorraine is there was a press conference and I was running late from an interview, so I was trying to like slide into the seat and just be nonchalant, and it happened to be a table in the front of the room, and I tried to slide in the seat, and Nelson was like, "You're late. You think you're going to get away with it?" That's what I thought he was thinking, because he just started barking at me, and I was introduced to both of you, and I'm trying to say hi, and Nelson's just like barking away, and I thought, oh shoot, I'm figured out. I'm so sorry, and you had to leave, Lauren. But that was just. I just felt like he was just holding his paw up at me, shaking, saying, "See, you think you're going to get away with it, but it's not happening." So that was kind of funny. No. And if I had had the CBD pen with me in my samples, I should have given it to you, but I didn't have it. So
yeah, I didn't have it at that time. It came in the second day when the woman found, or maybe it was the last day she found me in the aisles. You should have found me the first day.
Yeah, I think 3 days is still not enough for everything that was there. It was so massive at this conference center in Orlando.
But I'm betting you guys had a great time in I think they still call it this. It was a little different format this year. The international section wasn't just separated like it normally is, but there's a boutique section where they have for more like, more smaller fashion businesses and things. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys found some great stuff in that section. So, Lorraine, do you want to... I know you found some great doggy clothes places over there.
Yes. So with our Instagrams, I think both Lauren and I are very fashion focused. For Nelson and Ralph, it's always fun to find just really fun designs that we can dress up our boys in. And I know for Ralph, being a smaller dog, he doesn't mind wearing hoodies or sweaters or t-shirts and things like that. So we'll dress up a lot in the colder months. And then in the summertime, you can always find him either with a bow tie or a cute bandana. But it was really fun to just see all of these wonderful small businesses in that section. And one that I was really, really impressed by was called Susan Lancy Designs. And they hand make premium dog accessories. So including harnesses, leashes, they had outerwear as well, all out of a fabric called Ultra Suede. So it was such a soft fabric, and I was really, really appreciated just the attention to detail that they had. So with having a smaller dog, my preference is to have Ralph wear a harness. And we've tried multiple harnesses over the past 2 years. But just a common occurrence that happens is that the harness will rub under his underarms and it'll get irritated, or he'll tend to get matted under his underarms. And I think that their harness design is going to be the solution for this problem that we've had. Just the way that, like I said, it's such a soft fabric, and the way that it hugs and just really fits really snug around his body would cut down on like chafing or rubbing under his underarms. So I was really impressed with them.
That's a great idea, because a lot of people, when they're, pet parents that use harnesses, don't realize, and especially, I would think it'd be especially true for smaller dogs, just because they tend to have just how their bodies are shaped, and their, the hair or lack of hair. Some are short haired, some are long haired. So I don't know if the hair part, fur part matters. But especially for smaller dogs, I could see the shaping being more of an issue for some reason.
Yeah, definitely. We're dealing with that right now with Nelson's harnesses, and we use a front clip harness, but they're mostly like these thick straps that are made with acrylic or whatever, and they just rub, and you want to make it tight and secure, but then it's chafing under their arms, and we're in that right now. I should just look at Susan Lancy, because we literally just looked at like 20 different brands, and it's tough actually for smaller dogs to find harnesses, because a lot of the harness companies stop making them when they're 15 pounds and above. So it's actually tougher for the smaller guys for us to find them.
I was super impressed with their sizes too.
So a lot of places don't make harnesses for smaller dogs?
Finding that right now, the front clip harnesses. I just ran into 10 different companies. I just looked at 10 companies that are leaders in front clip harnesses, and none of them make them for Nelson's size. He's too small. It's so crazy.
Lauren, I think you should definitely check out Susan Lancy because they've got a wide array of sizing, and it's based on obviously like your dog's measurements. So I was surprised because typically Ralph tends to be an extra small in like, I guess, standard sizing. But for them, he was technically a small in their size chart. So that was based on the measurements around his neck and then also the measurement around his chest for the harness. So he would fit in a size small. And they do custom designs as well. So everything is handmade at their warehouse in San Diego, California. And like I said, their fabric was so soft. I'd never felt anything like that or seen anything else on the market like that. And like you said, for smaller dogs, it's tough when you've got like almost like a coarse or really tough either cording or ribbon,
or that webbing,
other, like
that plastic
webbing,
that material webbing, exactly. Which is kind of hard.
And that's what's causing the chafing, especially for Ralph under his underarms. And that's like a sensitive area for them too. So like I said, I've just been blown away with their products and was really, really impressed with them. So excited to actually get our hands on it. We've put in our order. We've ordered 2 harnesses from them. And so we're excited to get those in our hands.
Okay,
so.
quick question. Do they make them for larger dogs too? Because some people are listening have bigger dogs and are like, that might be good for...
They do. So they actually have the cutest like little videos on their website. So SusanLancyDesigns.com. And like I said, they do custom as well. So if you were to take your dog's measurements, so measure around their chest and then measure around their neck as well, they would be able to make a custom sized harness or collar for anybody's dog.
Awesome.
Okay, great idea. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back, right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm with Lorraine and Lauren, and we're talking about highlights from the Global Pet Expo of this year, 2019. And Lauren, what was another one of your favorite products that you ran into, especially in the boutique section?
Sure. So I ran into a new company. They're new to Global Pet Expo this year, and they're called Sweetie Bee Petwear. They're out of Canada, I believe, Ontario. And they just, number one, they caught my eye because their materials are made out of these like cool metallic, shiny materials. And it caught my eye because it definitely gives off a city dog vibe. And they have a bunch of different coats and harnesses and leashes. So when you're going through with the dog, not everyone at Global Pet Expo has a dog with them. So when you go through with the dog, everyone just flocks to the dog. So when Nelson is parading down the aisle, the different vendors just come out and they're like, try my treats or try on this coat. And she came running out and she said, you have to try this on. This would look so cute on him. So we did. We tried on one of her coats, and it was so cool because we have an issue with Nelson, as I've mentioned before. He has anxieties, and one of them is, so we live in New York City, and when we go outside in the wintertime, it can be like 10 degrees. So he's a small dog. I like to put on another layer on him, a coat, so then it keeps him warm. He shivers within 10 seconds of being outside when we let him out 4 times a day. But also we have
So does
trouble.
Ralph.
Yeah. So I think all dogs do. I think it's not like a small dog, big dog thing. It gets cold out there and they need an extra layer sometimes. So we have so many different coats and we've tried so many different coats and he hates them all because a lot of them have to go over your head. And he is not a fan of the over the head stuff. And especially when we're going out walking him 4 times a day, it's like I'm constantly taking things on and off of him all day and he gets really annoyed. So their product with Sweetie V Petwear, they have 2 Velcros and it was just 1 Velcro by the neck and then 1 under the stomach. And it was so easy to get on and off. And it was so fashionable. Like Nelson's a pretty fashionable dog. We live in New York City. So, you got to keep up. And it was made of this like shiny hunter green material. So it was a quilted kind of vest situation.
Like a puffer jacket?
Yeah, it was a puffer jacket. Exactly.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah. And the inside was lined with like this fleece.
Oh, wow.
So it was super warm and cozy and it was stylish and it was easy to get on and off.
Lauren, were you thinking, I want one of those?
Yeah, so they gave us one. He tried it on.
No,
and he
for
modeled
you.
it for them.
I mean, it sounds so
I want
great.
one for me too. Yeah, I would love to
You can
twin
totally
with him.
twin.
I'm thinking I want one, and I live in the South, so when would I wear it? But I'm thinking, when I travel,
So cozy. So, yeah, I would love to twin with Nelson, get one 20 sizes bigger than him, and I'll be all set. Just Velcro it on me.
Well, he's a very little dog, so,
he is. Because he's 9 pounds.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
Just a little bit
That's
smaller
tiny.
than me. But yeah, I loved it. And it definitely solved the problem that I have with him with just getting things on and off constantly in the wintertime in brutal New York winters. So it kind of checked all the boxes for me. I was really happy to meet them.
That's great to hear. And it kind of makes you think, a lot of times when companies make things, they don't always think, because my pooch is, I'm in South Florida, so we have raincoats. Okay,
Yeah.
But we only use them when it really rains heavy because otherwise it's difficult. And the bigger dog, you put something on him and he just stands still, like what's on me. He gets so weird. But the raincoats happen to be Velcroed, but they're for larger dogs. But there's so many products that I see that are over the head. And I once had sweaters on my show, Best Bets for Pets, and I did get a sweater actually on Dennis the cat. I don't know how I did it, but I did.
Whoa.
And I have empathy, even though I've only done it like once or twice, with how difficult it is to get a garment over their head. And people think sometimes, it's just being cute, whatever. But no, they need, when it's really cold out, they need this for protection to stay healthy, to be warm for, it's vital. Just like
it is.
the little shoes that you find, because, with
their
the salt and the snow, that's not good for their paw pad. So it's not like, hey, I want my dog to look, stylish on his, paws. It's just the salt is not good for the paw pad, and there's a lot of salt with snow. Well, you guys know this a lot better than I do. I'm trying to go back to my New York roots when I was born in New York, and so those little shoe things are important because a lot of dogs will end up with cracked paw pads, which lead to bigger and bigger problems. So it's great that this company thought of, to get back on track here, Velcro as a way to, make the coat and
make it easier.
Yes, make it easier and make it stay on better and all of that. Okay, I'm going to share one of the things I found that at the Pet Expo, there was mostly a lot of CBD oil every place, more than I've ever seen. But I also found doggy peanut butter. And Dog for Dog makes this peanut butter. And I've always thought there should be doggy peanut butter. And it's he was telling me, the owner for Dog was telling me that it's not that different from regular peanut butter, but it is. It doesn't have a lot of sugars and all of that. It's all natural. And I was sharing with him because I had him on a show recently, and it was after I tried had the product at Global, and I told him that's how I got my dog to use one of the greenies that I had, and he goes, You put peanut butter on a toothbrush?
Toothbrush.
And I said, well, now that you're saying it like that, I guess it defeats the purpose. But I have to trick him out. Otherwise, Mr. Z is picky. He's picky like you know how little dogs are stereotyped to be picky with food? That's how Mr.
Ralph
Z
is super picky. Mm-hmm.
So I had to trick him out. I had to put peanut butter on it, and then I gave it to him. Then he ate it. So the owner was telling me, at Dog for Dog was telling me I should just get a basting brush and brush it lightly. And I thought, I just dunked it in there a little bit, and then. But now he kind of likes the toothbrushes without the peanut butter. So I got him used to it. So see, so he learned a lesson. But it's really good. It smells like people peanut butter, and it's human grade.
Oh, that's great. So what are the ingredients? Is it just peanuts?
Pretty much. There's something, but it's a healthy type of preservative. I think but it's refrigerated, and doesn't have a super long period of time that it's good for. So I think there's just like peanuts.
It comes in smaller quantities.
I don't have it in front of me but yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it's just, he said it's very healthy. It's just, I think there's just one all natural something to, so that it stays
preservative.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Long day. There's just an all natural preservative in there that just helps, keep it so it's okay for longer than a week or something. But it's very healthy, and it's and the dogs love it. So now I know what to do when they don't want something. I put the peanut butter on it.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I've done that.
It's just a nice treat even sometimes. Ralph loves peanut butter. That's a great way if you want to get the classic Tongue Out Tuesday Instagram shot, is you can put just a little dot of peanut butter on your pup's nose, and they will lick and lick and lick away so that you can get that perfect Instagram shot. But that sounds delicious. We'll have to definitely check it out.
Yeah, and they do a lot of donations to rescue and all of that. So, and it's dogfordog.com, and it's just their peanut butter. So they have other items too. They have a whole bunch of other things, but their peanut butter, they have a lot of great treats also, but their peanut butter just really stuck out because it's so different. Okay, so Lormi, what other items did you find that just blew you away besides probably a lot of the show, since it was your first time and it's an overwhelming show? I think there's like 700 plus manufacturers and vendors there.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was a little bit overwhelming, but it was so great to actually connect with some brands that we have worked with through social media and that we follow on social media. So then to get the opportunity to see a lot of their products in person, and for Ralph to get to play and test their products out, and then also getting to meet their owners was really cool for us. And one brand in particular that we really, really love to support is called Jackson Bones. And their founder, or their top dog, as she likes to call herself, Tina, was there, and we spent probably over an hour on the last day. And this was one of the highlights of the expo for us. It's the last day. Ralph was exhausted and all he wanted to do was play. And we spent over an hour just playing with the new toys at the Jackson Bones booth. And their company specializes in luxury dog bedding and durable like dog toys and rope toys and accessories. And it was so fun to play with all of their like new summer and spring, themed type of toys. And like I said, we follow them on social media really because of all of the work that they do to give back to the community. They're based in California as well, but they really pride themselves on donating a portion of their sales back to animal welfare organizations. So I was really, really just enjoyed just having some downtime and really just playing at their booth and playing with their toys. And all of their rope toys are, like I said, they're very eco-friendly. So they're really conscious about what goes into their toys or the process of how their toys are made. And so their rope toys are dyed with eco-friendly vegetable dyes. They're all hand-tied as well. So you can see just the craftsmanship that goes into these toys. And Ralph absolutely loves them. Anything that he can that's kind of play tug of war and that he can really chew on, but I don't have to worry about like him like breaking something off or swallowing stuffing or something like that, you know. We absolutely love their rope toys. They're so great.
And Jackson Bones, they make for all size dogs too, because from what I saw at their website, is that correct?
They do.
Oh,
they
yes.
actually have toys that are like for those power chewers. So they've got these like neoprene, like heavier material type of toys for your bigger dogs too.
Laura and Lauren, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing your experience from the Global Pet Expo. This has been so much fun.
It's been great.
Thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Now, for everyone listening, we have a lot more to talk about. So this has been the first part of the Global Pet Expo show. Stay tuned for the second half. I want to thank Laura Amy and Ralph the Mini Cockapoo and Lauren and Nelson the Pup for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing their experience at Global Pet Expo. Thanks to my crew, Nikki, Mr. Z, Dennis, Charlotte, Molly, Sammy, and Jethro for inspiring me to go find new products for them to try out. And thanks to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound wonderful. Now stay tuned. We have part 2 coming up.
Let's Talk Pets every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.